Well, hey everyone, it's been a while. What better place to come back and do another video than in my tub? A familiar place to those of you who have watched my channel for any extended period of time. I take these salt baths. I have a giant thing of salt right there. It's not Epsom salt, so I don't know if it's as potent or good as Epsom salt, but it was a nice giant large bucket of sea salt. And I take these baths for about an hour, sometimes more. I'll just lay down and relax and play music and just chill. It kind of helps me uh, detox, detach, meditate. Meditation is super important to me. I have to constantly meditate. My body is not naturally in a peaceful state. My body is naturally in an anxious state. And I know my words in saying that I have power and that I can create anxiety in me, but my body is always, my whole life, been in a naturally anxious state. So I spend time taking salt baths, hanging upside down in my inversion table, and meditating and chillaxing. It's been a few months since I've done a video. What have I been up to? Injuring myself, eating a lot of meat, using AI to work on my computer game. I just finished Scrolls, Potions, and Wands. Now I'm working on quests, then I'll work on adding more levels and bosses and artifacts and a few other things, and it's coming along. I'll have to show it to y'all once I've got it done. But I've been using a lot of AI at work and personally. All companies are going to have to embrace AI or they will fall behind. AI is allowing me to be an expert level developer at very quick lightning speed that is quite incredible. I am a far faster, better, and more productive developer with AI than I ever was without it. It's not even close. It's an unfair competitive advantage for those who are able to use the latest AI models, they're called, as opposed to those who do not use them. AI is like having a super intelligent cyborg in your corner that you can just talk to and bounce things off, and it looks at code incredibly quickly. It writes code incredibly quickly and pretty accurately, and it's getting better and better. Eventually, the AI, I think, is going to be so smart that I'll have to worry about my job as a software engineer. But that time hasn't come yet, thankfully, and I don't think it's going to come for at least a few more years. But eventually, it's going to. The AI is going to be so good, so fast, so smart that it's just a continuous feeding of requirements to it, and then eventually there will be artificial general intelligence, which is like starting to become human like. It thinks for itself. And then artificial general super intelligence, which is an intelligence far beyond a human. Those two things are coming probably sooner than we think. Like, we'll have our own C3PO. The ability to have our own C3PO. There's tons of companies building humanoid robots. Eventually, they're going to be so good that you can talk to them and they can do all the chores in your house. And I look forward to that. I hate cleaning. I hate doing dishes. A robot that's going to do all my chores for me, I'll pay a pretty penny for, because I don't like doing chores. I never have liked it. Not even as a kid. Saturday chores, when my parents would say that, I had just grown and I didn't like to do them. But yeah, I've been working a lot. Nursing injury in my left groin. It's kind of a nagging, recurring injury. So I'm finally not kicking, and we'll see how long that lasts. But I hope y'all have been doing well. I hope life has been good for y'all. I've just been quite fascinated with AI and how quickly it's developing, and it's like an arms race. There was the space race back in, what was it, the 50s or 60s, somewhere around there. The space race to get to the moon, and the U.S. won that race. There was a race around World War II to build the first nuclear bomb. The US won that race. And now there's an artificial intelligence arms race. Largely China and the US are the main two players in this arms race. Who knows who's going to win ultimately? But I think Tesla, the company, is going to be one of the primary winners. And that is a US company led by Elon Musk. So I've just been spending a lot of time with artificial intelligence and going to the gym and living my life and trying to be the best wandering wizard Elminster I can, giving random gifts to people. That's kind of my ultimate retirement dream, is to have so much money that I can just meander around and find out who needs help and help them. Wave a wand and make their problems go away. That sounds fun. I get that there's pros and cons to doing that. I'm not oblivious that people can become dependent on you if you keep solving their problems. What if someone came to me and said, I'll pay your mortgage and I'll give you $1,000 every month indefinitely? Would I say no to that? No. So we as humans we're a bottomless pit for receiving money and aid. I mean, I don't know of many people that would turn down free money. I think some would, depending on the circumstance. But nevertheless, life is difficult and hard, and there's a lot of people going through hard times, and it would be nice to be able to help those people and provide some relief, some helpmeet, so that they can have their burdens eased. There's a lot of people struggling, and you would think with all this technology advancement that people would be being elevated, and that's true. You're being elevated in life if you take advantage of the tools and you have the means to do so. But for those who are living paycheck to paycheck or relying on food stamps or government aid or who are in poverty, they're not being elevated. They continue to struggle. They're actually being de-elevated. They're being pushed down due to inflation and continuous money printing and spending by the US government. So those are the people that need the most help, but the world's the most cruel to those people, because those people generally aren't providing value enough to have a good, well-paying job, and their circumstances are largely just trying to survive. So I get it. Like, I've been in the mode of just trying to survive, and I wasn't very useful to this world when I was just trying to survive. And so the world's very cruel if you're just trying to survive and you need. If you are needy to the world for money and aid, the world is very cruel, and I don't think that's good for humanity overall. I think that needs to change. The world should not be cruel to someone who can't pay their bills or make ends meet, or suffered a health setback, or lost their job, or whatever's going on. This world is so cruel in that way. And the U.S. government has programs to help out: Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, and whatnot. But it's reckless, or not reckless, however you want to view it. It's overspending, and money printing is inflating currency. And for those who do not own assets, that also inflate in price as more money is printed, because people buy up more assets with the extra money. The wealthy do. So the wealthy will see their stock increase, their real estate increase, and Bitcoin has gone way up. Assets generally go up over time. Not all of them. Some go down and some go to zero, and you lose all the money in them. But generally, the assets inflate over time, largely due to money printing by the government. And some companies do well, and they offer a lot of value, and they grow. So they inflate because they did a good job and they offered a lot of value. So it's not just money printing that causes assets. When I say assets, I mean things like real estate, stocks, cryptocurrency, anything that is a traded thing or commodity that can be bought and sold. And so I'm fortunate that I've been buying assets and maxing out my 401k for like the last, I don't know, 15 years. I've been maxing out my 401k just in the S&P 500 fund. It's just the top 500 companies in the US in kind of a giant basket of stocks. And the interesting thing about that is that the S&P 500, the top companies are making up a larger percentage of it. And that's interesting to me. Like Nvidia and Microsoft and Apple. And now Tesla. Tesla's getting pretty big. It's not as big as Microsoft, Apple, and then Nvidia, but I think it can be. It's getting up there. So the top companies are making up a larger and larger portion of the S&P, and that's in line with the Pareto principle, or the 80-20 rule, that you get most of your production and benefit from a smaller percentage of things or people or companies in this case. It's just a weird law of reality. So even though I own the S&P 500, I own the top companies in it largely, and if they grow, then it continues to grow. So, but just been busy with AI, y'all. Gone on some dates and met some people and had some fun experiences and injured my leg again. But I'm still here. It's just been a while since I've shared with y'all, so I thought I would share with y'all now in my tub. And it's not a silly tub time video like there was a tub time video I did a while ago where it was just like, I don't remember what I called the video. I had a little too much fun in my tub or something like that. So yeah. How y'all doing? Love to hear an update. What's going on in your life? Deborah Lord, Deborah Christensen, Mary Mills, and all the others. What are y'all up to? Do y'all own cryptocurrency stocks? Do y'all have 401ks? What do you think about AI? Are you using it at all? Do you know people using it? Are you going to get a humanoid robot someday? Be curious to know your thoughts. And if not, that's cool. You can just simply watch and say nothing. That's fine too. No big deal. With that, I'll finish up this tub time and say see y'all later. We'll see you next time, hopefully in less than a few months. See ya.